Okay, folks, today we're going to test this vintage Delco AM/FM radio. This radio is a really nice original example. A lot of people use this radio in 67 to 72 Chevrolet and GMC trucks, Blazers, Suburbans. In actuality, this radio is out of a mid-70s Chevy van. They're commonly called Chevy truck radios here on eBay. I just want to be straight with everybody and let you know that this is a van radio. There's a few differences, but nothing major. As far as I know, the faceplate itself is the same. The dial has a Delco logo down here in the corner, as well as a GM logo on the deal. The font on the flip dial is a little bit different than the earlier ones. It's just kind of a different font. And there's a few other differences. I believe this part is not on the other, and the where the antenna enters is in a different spot on the van radio. That said, it's nothing that's going to keep you from installing this radio in a van. A lot of people like these radios better simply because the radios are much more revised. They figured out all the flaws in the components and things. This particular one is from a 1976 according to the tag here, which makes sense because the resistor is also dated the 4th week of 76. So anyway, we're going to test it today. I tested it a moment ago, and I'll tell you that AM doesn't seem to work at all. Probably a small problem. It clicks on, but it doesn't even play static. So there's probably just a loose wire or a blown capacitor or something somewhere. I personally didn't think it was even worth messing with because most people are going to want FM anyway. Totally up to you. I just figured I would list it a little bit cheaper, and then if someone wants to have it serviced, then more power to them. What else can I show you? Including the inner and outer knobs. This knob on the inner here was actually a wiper knob, and I just ground down this part and shortened it a bit so it fits. Once it's installed, you would never know, but again, just in the effort of being straightforward, I want to tell everybody what we're dealing with here. Really nice radio. You'll see more in the pictures. There's some light pitting on the chrome face, but it shines like crazy, and all the push buttons look quite nice. The flip dial flips all the way over from AM to FM. Just a real nice example in general. So we'll test it now. I'll show you, we have it hooked up to a 12-volt power supply, the correct 8-ohm speaker, and an antenna. And first I'll show you the AM does not work. You'll hear it click on, so hopefully you can hear that. You'll see the light turn on. But there's no sound at all. So usually when that's the case, it's just a simple loose connection or something somewhere. Again, I didn't try to diagnose it at all because most guys are going to want FM anyway. So we'll start there. There we are on FM. I'll take you through the dial here. Well, first, let me show you. There's no static when you adjust the volume. It gets extremely loud, which again, that's one of the benefits of getting one of these later radios. They kind of get the electronics figured out by this point.
Professor of otolaryngology at Johns Hopkins School of Medicine.
And one that challenged me because I have very emotional.
Just around the corner, Joseph Arthur R. And great coverage. It's
just awesome.
Más tarde. Ayer lunes por la...
Nadie más.
Just awesome reception through the dial, guys. Finally, I'll show you that we have all working push buttons here. I set them above each individual push button, and then I'll show you how to set a push button. So let's say, I like the Hippo. Led Zeppelin, not bad. So we pick up any button you want, you pull it out. There's a little recess in the bottom here. You can put your finger under, push it back in, and then no matter where we go on the dial, we can go right back to where we were. Anyway, if you've been looking for a factory AM/FM radio for your vintage Chevy van or truck or Blazer or Suburban, this could very well be it, guys. It works great on FM. Again, AM's got nothing. FM works great. And again, unless you're listening to sports or want to listen about politics, then you're going to be on FM most of the time anyway. This is a great value. If you decided to get it serviced, it's probably a good idea anyhow, just because this radio has probably been in storage for longer than it was in a car. And once they sit, it's just radios are full of capacitors and just different connections that have a tendency to go bad over time. So a service will just make sure that once you get it in the car, A, you would have AM working, and B, you'll just know that it'll work for a long time. That said, if it were me, I would just install it the way it is. Okay guys, don't miss it.